Okay, after a little bit of bullshit, it looks like we got everything fired up and going. V-Rodder in here with us. Radar Fletcher, what's up, man? It's time for Shop Talk, America's first and favorite two-wheel motorcycle talk and entertainment show. Coming to you live every Sunday from the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio Network. Yeah, I know, better late than never. You ought to hear Heather screaming her head off, though. She hates when we're late. This one's totally not my fault. Totally not my fault. I'm not taking any shit over this one. Who all's in the house, man? Hey, listen, we want to know where you're watching from. So wherever you're watching from, any of the 15 channels Cycle Source broadcast Shop Talk every Sunday night, make sure you just put your comment in right there. It'll come into our studio. We'll give you a shout out. Radar's watching from North Carolina. And we're broadcasting this show high atop Television Hill in Mitchell, South Dakota. Paul Adams checking in from Ford City. Bill Stevens, yo, West Michigan here. Bill, I understand that you and Monkey are naming motorcycles now. Robin Hingabottom in. Troy Phillips, what's up, buddy? Good to see you here. Yeah, so we started getting messages from Monkey today, and apparently the labels are being flung around. Radar's watching from Graham, North Carolina. So, anybody actually get to see in person Harley's new gray Ghost motorcycle? V-Rodder, New York City. What's up? Annie. What's up, Annie? I know Annie's watching from Florida. So, great show tonight. It's going to be really good to catch up with the first four of our garage builders. Professional Monkey. You mean the IKEA bike. That's exactly what I was talking about. Our first four garage builders, if you don't know about this, every year at SmokeOut now, this second year, so I can say every year, we do a garage build off championship where it's no pros, just guys in their garages across the country building a motorcycle, coming to SmokeOut, showing them off. We pick one to be the garage build off winner of the year. Bill Stevens, I may or may not remember this. Professional Monkey, I wrote it. Mrs. Monkey. Oh, there's going to be, see, now I know there's going to be trouble. Now I know there's going to be trouble. We're just a minute and a half from going live with this one. I'm not going to lay any more of the cats out of the bag. Some dudes are just too good for American motorcycles. Oh my goodness. Minute 22 till we go live with this one. That's just enough time for you to get a cold drink, kick back and relax. Get ready for Shop Talk. Man, it's going to be a good show. I can already tell. There's grudges ready to be settled. Shit ready to be talked. It's all happening here in 90 to 120 minutes of all the two-wheel bullshit we can fit. Jeremy Valentine checking in. I'm surprised you have time to talk with us tonight with all the autographs you should be out signing. The Gray Ghost, that's what I mean. I know you wrote it. I was kidding. Great weather in Scotland. Mid-May, 65 to 70 degrees the entire time. Got to check out the West Coast HD in Glasgow before coming home. Wow, that's great. Big D in the house. I see that smiling face. All right, 28 seconds. I guess that's enough time to get this one out of the station and up onto the tracks and go live with this week's episode of Shop Talk. Here we go.
Welcome to Shop Talk, your all-access pass to the heart of the motorcycle world. Every week, we fire up the mics with riders, builders, legends, and celebrities, bringing you raw stories, wild rides, and real talk from the road and the garage. From custom builds to killer events, we're covering the culture that keeps your wheels turning through the week. New episodes drop every Sunday. Watch on YouTube or listen wherever you get your podcasts. This is more than a show. It's the sound of wrenches, good times, and the open road. This is Shop Talk. Now available on Cycle Source TV through Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, Android TV, iOS, and Android.
Okay, scooter tramps and chopper jockeys all across the land. It is just after, actually, I can't even just say it's just after 9 p.m. It is well past 9 p.m. on the East Coast. And I kind of totally blew it with the winning streak on being on time this week. But I'm Chris Callen. I'm your host from Cycle Source Magazine for the next 90 to 120 minutes of Shop Talk. Joined by my crew. We're all late, all culpable, each and every one of us.
I kept telling them they were going to be late. They wouldn't listen to me.
I got to tell you, I hate when programs change things and don't send you a notice. Hey, we changed this, so you can have your shit together. So, meh. We were so close.
White chocolate in the house. What's up, baby?
Sexual chocolate.
Sexual chocolate. That boy good. He good.
He good. Real good.
Oh, the first time Jason Hallman gave me his phone number and it came up, I was like, I got nothing. Got nothing.
60 days till we all get to snuggle.
Sturgis?
Oh, boy.
Sturgis? There's not only 60 days till Sturgis.
That's freaking me out. That's freaking me out. Sunday. Dave R. checking in from Churubusco, Indiana. Is that such a place?
Apparently it is.
Churubusco.
I want to go.
Mrs. Monkey, it's never Heather's fault.
See, she knows.
You got to knock that off. She doesn't need any help. Mr. Randy Watson, sexual chocolate.
Sexual chocolate.
Oh, Monkey, you're something else. Yeah, man. So listen, it was a great holiday weekend for me. I spent the majority of it on the couch with an infection in the side of my face that
he was so sick.
left me unable to celebrate the entire holiday. But I hear that it was a grand old friggin' time for everybody else.
I don't know that I've ever seen you that sick, and he was sick for a solid week. So like between the whole tooth thing and strep throat and all of that,
Awesome.
you would have sworn somebody was going to murder him.
This
And
is
I
what
almost
see,
did.
and this is what happens. Here's the lesson: don't take a week off of Shop Talk. Just don't take a week off. That's
Yeah.
it.
No, because it was miserable. I felt so bad for you.
So we got lots to get to tonight.
I didn't.
You didn't feel
You
bad.
didn't feel bad for him. That's because you don't
I can't
live
give a
with him.
crap.
If you lived with him, you would
My
feel bad
mom
for
raised ugly
yourself.
kids, not dumb ones.
Hey, listen. Speaking of raising kids, we got to give a shout out real quick.
Oh, dude.
Right at the top of the show,
yes.
we're going to go right for this one and
Going in hard.
Give a congratulations to Evan Favaro for what is
Look
probably
at that baby.
probably his best work ever.
Oh, absolutely.
He had nothing to do with it. I'm giving her all the credit.
I'm
She's
just-
awesome.
I'm just saying. It's not going to get better from here, buddy.
No, welcome to the world, Dylan Glenn Favaro, born 5/25/25 at a whopping 9 pounds 4 ounces.
Wow.
So anybody
That
that
poor
doesn't,
kid's going to be raising him in like 2 years.
right? Anybody that
Now
doesn't,
she has 2 children to raise.
Oh goodness.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's awesome. Congratulations to the Favaro family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and anybody that doesn't know Evan, Speakeasy Motors, like he's probably one of the best fabricators on the planet, regularly building top-level shit for other people to claim as their own. That's it's pretty awesome.
Oh, that's fantastic. On top of more things that you see on TV, the dude's a freaking artist, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's unbelievable. And a great guy. Like those
He
two are
is.
so much fun to be with.
Yeah, if you go
Great
go
people.
through some of his stuff though, man, like he's
He's sick.
whole other level. He really is.
Yeah, it's nuts. His talents stretch in so many different directions.
Dude, that caddy though,
Look at
right? That thing is
Yeah.
the way. Oh.
Yeah, buddy.
Right on. So congratulations, Evan.
Yes.
Um,
yes.
Welcome to Shop Talk. If you have been under a rock somewhere and you don't watch this show, this is our 312th time of running this shit wagon down the hill with no brakes, and we're damn glad to do it. We do it every week at 9 p.m. through the courtesy of Dennis Kirk, right up there, that logo. They help us by leaving the back door of the studio open so that we can get in here and do this show. It's 90 to 120 minutes of all the two-wheel bullshit we can fit. You know, a little bit of entertainment. We bring some guests in. You know, we do this and that. Start the whole thing off with a little segment we call
Da news.
First up in the news tonight from our own CycleSource magazine news blog. Newly redesigned, should I mention that? Yeah.
Newly.
Lindahl breaks sponsorship, King of the Baggers series. So this is a continuation of their sponsorship, right? Lindahl Brakes is proud to continue its sponsorship of the 2025 Moto America King of the Baggers series, reaffirming its commitment to American performance, innovation, and racing excellence as parts of the ongoing sponsorship. Lindahl Brakes is also backing number 88 Max Flinders, Team Mad Monkey, and Tobacco Road Harley-Davidson for the full season.
Did
Right
you
on.
see?
The paint job on that thing?
No, the spill that James Rispoli took.
No.
Oh, he was fine. But I'll tell you what, I can't believe he got up and walked away and still went back to the track.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe you didn't see that. I'll see if I can find it.
Dude, those guys are way hardcore. Like way more than we ever were.
Dude,
way more.
You're not kidding. They're nuts.
So next up in the news, Baker Drivetrain launches all new website with same industry leading shipping. Excited to announce the official launch of its completely redesigned website crafted to provide a faster, smoother, and more friendly experience for motorcycle enthusiasts and custom builders alike. Revamped website streamlines the process of browsing, shopping, and ordering premium drivetrain components, allowing users to spend more time and less navigating and more riding. There you go.
Very cool. You got to see this. I got to show you this.
Go
and
ahead. Go ahead.
it's on
There.
Hot Bikes. Kudos to Hot Bike for catching this. Wait a minute. Ready? Watch it.
I can already see where this is going.
Oh boy.
Oh.
But he gets right up.
It's not, those suits are freaking worth their weight in gold.
Oh, dude.
Right. So amazing that he was up and back at it. Thank you to Hot Bike for sharing that with everybody. You guys killed it. Tiger, don't apologize. Better late than never. We were late too. It's okay.
Who is Dink Stevens? Any relation?
Wow.
Rooster and Becky are here. Lots of people piling in late.
Callie
were
Chavez
not
from
the
Costa Rica is
Yeah,
here.
we were
Stephen
not the only
Florence
ones that were
from
late.
Thornhill, Tennessee.
SmokeOut Rally is the next thing up in the news from our own CycleSource weblog. Again, announces 2025 Thankful Artists and benefits Meals on Wheels. So the entire lineup is there. You can go to the SmokeOut Rally website. Rally is proud to announce the official 2025 Thankful Artist lineup, marking its 4th year of this unique charitable initiative that unites custom motorcycle culture with community giving. Thankful is a live motorcycle tank art auction with a single mission: feeding hungry senior citizens through Meals on Wheels. To date, Heather, what's the total amount that's been raised for Meals on Wheels?
Donated is $49,300 to date
Right
over
on.
the past 3 years.
Right on.
So huge shout out to this year's artists. I actually already have 2 back, which is I think that's a record. And I think a couple more are getting shipped this week. Everybody's super early this year, except for Clint Speed Freak, from what I understand. Surprise, surprise, he's going to be late. I'm going to...
Here, let's go through a little bit and we can show you guys some of the artists. But if you want to get a real good look at anybody here, but look at some of the names, man.
Right? It's just... And I love it because every year they reach out and they ask to be a part of it.
Yep.
And each year I've had a waiting list, which is wonderful. We've got several repeat offenders, I guess. Ron Fleener.
Flea is my absolute boy. I love this dude.
Yep.
I
He
love
cracks
this
me
dude
up.
so much. Yep.
Yeah. Nikki
He has
Lefever's...
so much energy, it's sickening.
Yeah, Nikki Lefevre Cycle is a repeat. Michelle Bartram, that's my sister. This will be her 3rd year participating.
Gordon, good for him, man. Right
Right?
on.
Skillbilly, I think 3rd year in a row.
Yeah.
Ashley Alexander and Amber Stanley, repeat offenders. And I try to mix it up every year, but they've been so supportive that when they ask to come back, I can't say no. So
Was Clint is a repeat.
Clint is
too,
a
right?
repeat. He was part of
Yeah.
the 1st year. Yep.
And our boy Will Cassio.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
love it. I love when people do different things other than just paint. Not that the paint isn't amazing, But we have one young man who did functional art. He painted his tanks; they're beautiful, but he made it a helmet hanger.
Yeah.
And with a little shelf on it to put your keys and stuff. So it's the tanks, and I'm just saying that now, Mark, so you can figure out how to display it.
Yeah. That's always the fun part. But man, why don't we just let more people do it? You know, if more people can come in.
Yeah.
I know size makes a difference. Christ, we could double stack them. I mean, first off, I'm almost a senior citizen and I'm hungry right now. So, I could use help. And then number
technically,
two.
Mark, you are a senior citizen, I think.
Hey.
I'm just saying technically.
Mentally, I've been a senior citizen for like 25 years. But yeah, I mean, it's some of the shit these people bring to the table is super cool.
It really is, and I'm honored. And each year the number of artists we take in is based on the generosity and the tanks that this year Lowbrow had available.
Wait a minute. What are we missing here? She needs to be arrested, charged, and brought to court.
No idea who you're talking
sweet
about,
Jesus.
Mark. Not sure.
Yeah.
I think you might be wrong show.
I'm willing to talk about anything. So if it's somebody that we know that happens to be on tonight's episode of White Trash Olympics, please let us know.
Nice.
I like a good episode of Cops.
We were watching Cops the other night. Best line ever. I took my teeth out and I smacked him in the face with them.
Nice.
Before we can leave, sir, I'm sorry. She's asking for her teeth back. Has anyone seen this woman's teeth?
I just want my teeth back. She's yelling, just give me my teeth.
I think I've done that to Pat Patterson before.
Oh my God.
Okay, next up in the news. Sturgis Motorcycle Museum, this comes in from Cycle News, unveils the lineup of events for 2025 Rally. Sturgis Motorcycle Museum has a full slate of brand new events to coincide with the 85th Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, scheduled for the 1st through the 10th of August. Here are the highlights of what's coming up. You can check this out in the link that Heather's putting up, but this is one that I want to talk about. Pearl's Jam. Sounds kind of kitschy. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool though.
Oh, you want me to tell him about it?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that you would jump in somewhere there.
All right. So this is going to be
all about timing.
This
Comedy's
is going to Monday, August 4th at the Sturgis Museum. They're going to be celebrating women in motorcycling. And there's been some incredible women paving the way for the last 100 years, and they're going to be celebrating that. And Marilyn Stemp is a big part of that. She's going to be on the show with us next Sunday night, and we're going to be meeting some of the ladies that are going to be part of that day and that event at the Sturgis Museum. So make sure you tune in next Sunday night at 9 p.m. with Marilyn Stemp and some of the women we're going to be celebrating in motorcycling.
Yeah, right on.
That was a mouthful.
Bunch of other stuff that's going on there that's really cool. Hall of Fame inductees to gather on Main Street on Thursday. The auction of the artwork that's going on. A ton of different prizes. First prize, original Daniel James fine piece of art. Additional prizes include fully polished and diamond cut 124-inch S&S engine worth more than $12,500. A Dave Mann print. More Daniel James artwork. Tons of stuff, man. And for the biggest part of it, the biggest reason is it's because you should support the museum. Yes. This is for all of us dirty bikers, in the biker culture. This is our shot at what the AMA has for their Hall of Fame. Yeah. Most of us are never going to get into that Hall of Fame. I'm just telling you, they got an ID process at the door where we're not going to make it. Oh. Of course. I said this last time I was around Pirowitz. I said, man, we got to support this museum, Dave, because a lot of us are never getting in the AMA Hall of Fame. He looked at me. He said, well, I'm in that one, too.
Oh. He didn't say it like that.
Oh, he didn't say it exactly like that. But that's another story.
That's a whole other story.
Dink Stevens says, where are you all broadcasting from? We are broadcasting high atop Television Hill in Mitchell, South Dakota through the courtesy of the Clockworks campus. This is the campus, right?
Yes.
Campus.
K Campus. Yeah. Okay. Courtesy of Dennis Kirk. They let us in the back door every Sunday night for a long time now. This is episode 312.
Oh, my dear God.
Wow, that's crazy. We've done 314 issues of the magazine. and this is episode.
Can I get an amen?
300.
Didn't they say something
Which
about
we
if you
have
keep...
in hand now. Do you guys have your magazine yet?
Magazine? What magazine?
We still do that.
What a dick.
Oh, love you too, Mark.
One more thing to get through in the news. Buell is in the news this week for production of the Super Touring
cop bike?
motorcycle. Yeah, so I've been a big fan of the relaunch of Buell.
Yep.
And I got to tell you, I kind of feel like this is the old switcheroo. And so I'm gonna tell you what they say. We're beyond excited to be releasing the Buell Super Touring shortly ahead of the Super Cruiser. It's a big year for Buell. We're back and excited to see our team's hard work and dedication come to fruition, said Bill Melvin, Buell Motorcycle, blah, blah, blah. Down here at the end it says...
You know what he said.
Buell recognizes and respects the role of its sales partners in the broader customer journey, and is committing to a phased rollout system. Initial production will focus on fulfilling direct pre-orders, ensuring its most enthusiastic customers are first to experience the Super Touring. Following this first wave of Super Touring deliveries, Buell's valued sales partners will receive models for their showrooms.
So have they sent out any Super Cruisers yet?
That's the thing that I want to bitch about for a minute. So, not to, and like I said, Buell is, I've been a fan of Buell since the day they first came out with one. The whole time, we used to go with Baumberger and beat the dog shit out of those bikes back in the day, man. The old tube frame Buells, we loved them forever.
Yep.
But especially when Emily and everyone that we know from Buell started rolling out the Super Cruiser,
Which are
this
super rad.
motorcycle here, we were like,
Yeah.
shit, this is a different Buell, right?
Yep.
This is a different company,
Yeah.
right
For
here.
sure.
And
Now it looks like those have been pushed back to fall of 2025,
Yeah, and-
according to their website.
and people already have down payments on them, right? They already have.
Yes.
you can
Those
put
things are cool as
$1,000 down payment on it, which people have done, from what I understand.
Yeah.
A lot of people are waiting for them.
So let's go to the current bitch about this, because instead of the Super Cruiser, Buell plans to roll out this motorcycle.
Well, they're taking pre-orders for this one as well. So is that
But here's my problem. Here's my problem with this. And any long-time Buell fan is going to know what I'm talking about here. Does this motorcycle remind you of anything when you look at it?
It does. Would you like me to tell you?
Yeah.
It reminds me of the 2006 Buell Ulysses.
Yes. Look, and I'll
Looks
tell
like
you,
a Buell.
I'll tell you what's worse than that even. So if you look at this motorcycle, this is the XB frame, right? Same XB frame. The new Super Touring even has the old XB swing arm that had.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this has fuel in the swing arm like the old ones used
Swing
to.
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
But the biggest thing about it, I'm sure it's got the new motor and all this shit and everything else. But
Technology, right.
here's the thing about it. The number one comment when Harley Davidson started talking about launching a Pan American was, God, I hope they do better with that than Buell did with the Ulysses. Because the thing
Right.
was terrible. It was terrible.
yeah, I just
No good can
Sad.
come of this.
No, and here's my thing. This is another bike that they're taking pre-orders for.
Yeah.
Which, not that I think there's anything funky going on. I just feel like maybe you should.
Fund the factory.
Look, shit or get off the
something out.
pot, right?
Yeah,
Shit or get
Right.
off the pot. There's enough stuff, man. Motorcycling's hard enough. This whole industry's
Yeah.
like for its
an uphill
entire
battle.
history has been teetering on the edge. We don't need any more clown shoes, right?
So a $50 pre-order gets you in line to be among the first to order a new Buell Super Touring motorcycle.
Ah,
This is
Jesus
a
Christ.
refundable pre-order. It's not an actual order and does not guarantee delivery. It just means you get in line to order.
Oh God,
pre-order.
I
Right.
feel like we're starting a new version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Everybody's looking for the gold ticket and the candy bar.
And again, do they really think that they're gonna? I mean, did they give a production number? Do they really think they're gonna sell out of pre-orders?
No, dude.
how
Here,
big's
No,
their
look,
head?
here's-
they need a loan.
Here's the honest thing. That's
Right,
it.
right.
Professional Monkey just said it in the comment. That's what you do when you don't have any money, and that's it.
Fund the
they're-
factory.
Yeah, they're funding. They're doing a crowder, right? Or
They're
whatever
doing
the hell it's called.
crowdfunding.
Yeah.
They're doing crowdfunding without actually calling it crowdfunding. What can we put out pre-orders for?
I don't know, dude. It's like it's raffling. It's like the raffle thing. All of a sudden, nobody's
We are
raffling
getting
everything
ready
off.
to publish the greatest motorcycle magazine that's ever been. It's going to be $72.95, and we're only going to sell 3,000 of them ever.
Yeah. Pre-order now.
Pre-order now. You know, Becky, I don't think it's a scam. We know several people that work directly for Buell,
they're
and
good
they're
people.
good
They're
people.
good people.
Yes.
I think like a lot of
This is
things.
big business.
Yep.
Sometimes people don't necessarily understand all the things that go into it, so to speak.
Tickets at the gate.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, listen.
Is it what was that festival? The Fire Festival? The tickets.
Yeah. Right.
Listen. This is going off the rails.
Sorry.
One more time.
funny, though.
We love Buell and we want to support
No.
Buell.
Yep.
And I would love to see that motorcycle that they've been dragging all around the country, the Super Cruiser. I would love to see them
yeah.
actually bring that to the street because
Oh, good Lord, Mrs. Monkey, are you out of your mind?
Chris and Mark's sexy calendar.
That's what she'll
so
pre-order.
great.
Oh dear God, that would be so
That'd
bad.
be so effing awesome. Hey, we used to pull off some killer freaking photographs back in the day.
Oh, dude.
Outside of the fact that when we did the calendar, we wanted to kill everybody in the city. So
Oh, Mrs. Monkey, you crazy.
it'd be
Have you been
nuts.
hitting the fireball tonight?
All right, listen, I'm taking control of this
Already?
show. Don't make me hit the mute button. Don't do it.
Oh boy, not again.
An amen?
We're going to go and watch a feature bike video when we come back. Our guests are waiting for us. They want to talk about building motorcycles instead of this crazy shit. And there's no pre-ordering necessary for this feature bike video. We're just going to play a cool bike that we saw. Stick around. You're watching Shop Talk. Out of Focus is brought to you by Garage Build. Submit your build, share your passion. Powered by Dennis Kirk.
My name is Michael Lang from Waukesha, Wisconsin. I'm sitting on a 1946 factory Harley-Davidson WR racing machine. I painted it in these scalloped two-tone colors because I wanted to replicate what a privateer bike would have been like. I built this bike in 1984. I restored other WRs as they were right from the factory. This one I decided to go with a different paint job, chrome. Maybe it's a little too much chrome, but I did what I wanted to do for the build. And it's a 750 cc factory race engine, all ball bearing motor, front mount Edison Splitdorf magneto. It's got a 1926, 1927 single cylinder Harley front fork on it, which the AMA allowed you to use parts from other Harley Davidsons on your race bike for making them lighter and so forth. It has a 3-speed close ratio gearbox. It's got a factory MR3 racing carburetor on it. And I decided this year to put a rear brake on it. Prior to that, I had it set up as a brakeless racer. I put these little LED lights on it just to please law enforcement. I doubt if it'll even please them, but it serves the purpose. It gets me home at night. It's got the narrow WR gas tanks on it, WR saddle and pillion pad. And this actual bike was actually raced by Marvin McEels out of Omaha, Nebraska. He raced it in 1952 at the Springfield, Illinois Mile. I mean, from the earliest age, 4 or 5 years old, I would see a motorcycle and I was just drawn to it. And, I got my first mini bike when I was either 8 or 9 years old. And I still have that today, restoring it. My first street bike was actually a 1938 WLDR chopper. I was 14 years old, and I had that only just for the summer of that year. And that following fall, I was hanging out at this independent bike shop in New Berlin, Wisconsin. One day I got up enough nerve to pull into this guy's shop on my mini bike, and there were drag bikes there and other Harleys. And after hanging out there, and he mentored me in building Harley Davidson engines and drag motors. In the back, he had this 1948 UL Flathead, and it was a stock bike, and I wanted that, but he said he couldn't sell it to me because I was only 15 years old, so he had to sell it to my mom, and I still have all that paperwork yet today, and that bike I still own. I've owned it for over 50 years, and it's in the Bill Dodge BC Moto Invitational. Yeah, I've been racing board track motorcycles and 1940s, 1950s flat track motorcycles for the last, this is my 45th year doing that. I have a shop, Michael Lang Company, LLC, or L&M Racing, and I build a lot of race motors for a lot of people around the world. And it's a true honor to be able to be entrusted with other people's very, very rare and unique factory race engines. My name is Michael Lang from Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Everything we do at the track shapes what we build for the street and the dirt.
You can see how bad these guys want it. A race to the line.
For us, racing is not for the trophies or the glory. We compete because it makes everything we do faster, more durable, and tested to a higher standard. For S&S, racing is the ultimate in proven performance, and we've been proving it since 1958.
Hey, it's Billy from Twisted Tea. We're live in Sturgis, and you're watching ShopTalk.
Oh, nice. Paul Yaffe product, huh?
Yeah, man, so excited.
Got a new build?
I do. It's. Aren't you Paul Yaffe?
No, I've never met the guy. But I do know you can get all of his products at DennisKirk.com.
There you go.
Just me? Awesome. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Listen to Not Paul Yaffe. Get all your Bagger Nation products right now at DennisKirk.com.
Whether riding takes you from A to B or just lets you escape, there's a flow to the road you share. So go with it. Eyes open, and always have the Law Tigers by your side. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, visit us at lawtigers.com. Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Okay, welcome back to the Dennis Kirk studio where you are watching Shop Talk. Appreciate you guys being here. Every Sunday, 9 p.m. on the East Coast, we go live with this show, and sometimes Heather's even here. What are you doing, chasing a fly?
No, I'm like, can we talk to the guests, please? Jeepers.
Professional monkey. Anybody got a shovel head just, lying around? I have a dying Evo
Damn,
to
we
trade.
just let one go. Literally last week, it was a great
good one
shovel.
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
All right, so our guest tonight, like I said, last year we started a long-time SmokeOut tradition was to have a build-off competition. This is specifically not the amateur chop-off that used to happen.
What is it not?
It's not the amateur chop-off. But in that honor, we did start a thing called the Garage Build-Off. It's specifically for garage builders. We put a thing out on social media, invite anybody that wants to participate in this. The only criteria is they cannot be professional builders, something that a few of the guys from last year didn't quite understand.
Yeah.
And we had to give them the old Spanish
And we still had
Archer.
a couple try to sneak in this year.
No.
We did.
Oh, Jesus.
They are not in this
Stop
group
already.
of builders, though.
No, like I like the one kid who was Mike we were talking to earlier, and he goes, "Listen,
Yeah,
I want to tell
earlier.
everybody I've never built a bike before, so I'm no kind of competition."
I don't know. I
Yeah,
saw what
right.
he's doing. I
Right?
saw what he's doing, so I don't know that he can say that. We'll see.
All right, well, listen, that's it. Tonight's show is about the garage builders, and we're going to bring the first 4 of them on right now. All right, fellas, how we doing?
Good.
Okay, this is our garage build-off kickoff, the first 4 for 2025. I guess let's start by introducing you guys. We'll go around the room and give each one of you an opportunity to introduce yourself. So, start with Philip.
Yeah, my name's Phil. Baltimore, Maryland is where I'm from. I'm an electrician by trade. I just build bikes and cars and dumb shit for a hobby. Keeps me out of trouble, my wife says. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just thought I would, throw my name in the ring and see if I could build something special for the SmokeOut Rally this year.
Now, Phil, weren't you the guy? Didn't we actually ask you for some clarification because we saw some of the stuff that you made?
I called a couple people.
And I think you were one of the guys. We saw some of the stuff that you made, and we were like, man, we got to check and make sure this is not what this cat does because you build some nice stuff.
Yeah, no, I am not a professional builder by all. I mean, I've been building stuff since as long as I can remember, to be honest with you. Details, just the people that I hang out with, we built show cars, magazine cars,
right,
everything.
Have you been to SmokeOut before?
I was so funny. I tried to get into the build off last year, but I didn't make it past the vote for like the fan vote that you guys were doing.
Yeah.
Which was kind of a blessing because Shelton just absolutely killed everything, in my opinion, with that bike that he built. But yeah, I've never been. I've only actually been riding for about 3 years now.
Wow.
Right on.
And like I said, it's just a hobby. I just build stuff for fun on the weekends and the side.
Right on. And where are you from?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore,
right on.
Maryland. And you've never. So he's a SmokeOut virgin.
Yeah.
And he's in garage build off this year. Oh, this is going to be a good year for you, young man.
Yes, sir.
I hope so.
Yes, sir.
If nothing else, I promise you will have a damn good time.
Well,
I'm looking forward to it.
We share your sentiments about Shelton's build, and we thought so much of that. Even the way he handled himself through all the little bit of controversy, that he is actually one of our officials. He's carrying this thing out and making sure that everybody's, up to date and following the rules and everything. So Shelton's still there with us. All right, we're going to move on to Johnny next. Johnny, where are you from? Tell us your story.
Well, I'm from Fruitport, Michigan. I'm owning and running a trucking company. I built a couple bikes, but never really have been mechanical my entire life. I'm sure you guys know Bill Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's kind of the one that got me into it. He's from my area.
Oh, you
Drew Scotchulis.
You poor son of a bitch.
I know. Yeah, he's good people. He's taught me a lot of stuff, and always willing to offer up his tools, his time, and his knowledge to help me kind of build my craft.
Right on. Now, have you been to SmokeOut before?
I have 2 times. I was there last year, and then I think the year before that.
Nice.
Oh, right on. Awesome.
And listen, I'm just kidding, man, because both guys that you mentioned right there, Bill Stevens and Drew, they're some of the best people that we know.
Yeah,
Bill,
Drew's been my best friend since I was 2-3 years old.
Oh, wow. That's excellent.
And Christ, Bill, if I had to go back, I can't even tell you how far back Bill has been supporting. Like, he just showed up everywhere we did anything. He always showed up.
Yeah.
And if he could lend a hand or just be in there, bringing cool bikes.
He's the most supportive dude there is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think my favorite
100%.
memory of Bill was in Sturgis. He came on our run to the line when we were still running out to the ranch, and he won the rodeo games on his chopper. And they were horse versus motorcycle rodeo games, and he won on the chopper. Like, that is probably my favorite memory of Bill.
Yep.
That's so good.
He's fun.
And he's not going to be at SmokeOut this year, I hear. Loser.
Yeah, that's what you said before.
What?
Loser.
Yeah, he said
Bill, that
somebody
was
wasn't gonna be
11 years ago. Holy crap.
Wow.
Okay. My bones just hurt a little bit on that one.
Wow. Okay. Damn.
All right, we're going to move over to number 3 for tonight, Mr. Hutch. Hutch, where are you from?
Hey, from Richmond, Virginia. I've only really built one bike, which was the Sportster chopper that I have. That was the Cycle Source pick at Broken Spoke.
That's right, this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my plaque on one.
Wait a minute.
Well, hit me up. Send me a message offline about that.
Huh? Wait, I'm gonna put her on the screen right now for the look of shame.
It's not my fault.
No, so yeah, I just figured I've been wanting something to push me to build another bike. So this is definitely doing it. So I've got to get it going, and I've made quite a bit of progress. I just got my donor bike 8 days ago.
Yeah, and
right
I got to tell you, that was a bitchin' donor bike.
I think it was crazy. I tried to ride it around the building at my shop, and I was like, no. I just making a curve at like 5 miles an hour with that tire on the back of it.
Well, that tire was redonkulous, dude. It was crazy.
It's like a 13-inch wide tire. It's
so good.
Speaking of Bill, yeah, I call and ask him questions about when I'm working on my bikes all the time too.
Right on. Man, I didn't know you guys all knew each other. That might have disqualified some of you. I don't know.
Bill was one of the first people I met at SmokeOut.
Oh, right on.
I was walking through, I saw the green bike, and I stopped and started talking to him, and he's the first person I met. And it's sort of now it's like I know that whole group, Johnny and Drew and Monkey and everybody that's in that group, Tom and Daniel.
So you know all the troublemakers, basically, is what you're saying.
Yes.
And this is my first year going to Sturgis too, so this is going to be
nice.
That's awesome. Oh, it's going to be a great year in Sturgis, the 85th. Do you need some water there, kid?
Oh man, it's killing me tonight. I think
Going
it's
down.
allergies out here in the plains, right? Bill needs to charge a monthly fee for access.
A consulting fee.
Like a Haynes Manual Live, I get it. Right on. So that brings us to our next and one of Heather's favorite stories to tell, us meeting Mike. Mike, where are you from?
I'm from Wallington, New Jersey.
There you go. And that part of New Jersey, what do you guys call it? Pork roll or Taylor ham?
Taylor ham.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh, buddy.
Big trouble.
Mike, how old are you?
I'm 24, man.
Oh,
Right
God, he just mammed me. Oh, my God.
He sure did. That was a little, yeah. How'd that feel?
He hasn't.
Oh. Well, he was obviously raised right, but I got to tell you, it and I appreciate it, and I do it all the time, but it hurts just a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
I'm sorry. I like my women how I like my motorcycles. It's all right. Now they're a little bit older. That's what I meant by that.
Oh,
and ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show. Because it's not going to get any effing better than that.
So that is going to be a soundbite. Absolutely.
That is so fantastic.
That was perfect.
Oh, shit.
So, like, hands down, when we got your application, Chris and I both looked at it and we're like, okay, this kid is
This
in.
kid's the
P period.
He's the fucking bomb.
Like, there was no questions asked because actually, if you go to the SmokeOut site, his picture
Go ahead.
is
I'll
up.
work on it.
He says, hey, I've never built a bike before, so I'm going to send you pictures of myself. And he sends a picture of him holding Easy Riders. I'm like, well, wrong magazine, but at least he knows what Easy Riders is. Oh, it was so
look,
good.
there he is, number 6.
Yeah, it was definitely a long shot. I figured it was going to be a love or hate kind of thing.
No, it was perfect.
Yeah, it's
it
great.
was perfect. So yeah, that is actually what got you in, because we're like, okay, he's young, he knows what Easy Riders is, and this is his first bike. You got to give this kid a chance.
So,
and if nothing else, he's gonna make us laugh the whole freaking week.
Oh, that's no shit, dude. That's no shit. Like,
God knows that's something that's needed in that place is laughter when it comes down to getting ready for showtime.
You keep coming with one-liners like that one, baby. We're gonna start talking about an annual salary around this bitch.
Right, exactly. You need to write that shit down.
So what made you decide, number one, that you wanted to build a bike, and number two, you wanted to do it as part of the garage build-off? Was that just your motivating factor?
So I just got into motorcycles 2 years ago. I haven't rode before that. Got my first Harley about a year ago. It's a pretty naked, stripped down Sportster 1200, although it did have springs on the back. And the same seller that I bought that from did have a shovel head for sale. I knew I wanted to get into that eventually. I couldn't afford it at the time, so I just picked up what I could to get me rolling on the road, kind of figured my stuff out from there. And eventually, I think a month or 3 weeks before you guys made the post, I found something that I could afford and looked right for me, so I picked up a Project Shovelhead. I saw the post about 3 weeks after, just as I started disassembling, and I figured, perfect, why not just send a long shot and see if I get chosen for this build-off or not.
No, it's great, dude. And you know, like, we're making a joke about the whole amateur chop-off thing, and I want to be clear about that. I love the Horse magazine. I love SmokeOut. I've been to almost every one since SmokeOut #2. I loved what they did with amateur chop-off, and it's just that I feel like the world is in a different place right now, that you couldn't be as specific as saying chop-off, you know, all the different styles and varieties of motorcycles that are going on out there. But this is what it's really about. It's about celebrating garage culture, man, and inspiring people. Like, Mike, you are single-handedly defining why we do all of this shit.
Yep.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I remember you guys mentioning in the video how you'd like to bring back creativity into America's garages, and I think back to that day-to-day when I work on the bike. I think to myself that I would have never gone down certain rabbit holes of learning certain things if it wasn't for the garage build-off, because I do want to put a higher caliber of craftsmanship into this than I would if it was just a whatever kind of thing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Can't even tell you how good.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a plumber by trade.
All right, so a plumber by trade, trucking company. What else we got?
An electrician. If we can get a carpenter, we're building us a house.
Hutch, you're a graphic designer, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I install like vinyl graphics and signs.
Oh, right on. Awesome. So I think we have pictures of everybody, like they're either where they started or where they're at. Now, what do you guys think? I know last year, because it was Chris and I's first year throwing the garage build-off out there, we put up some rules this year. Are there any that are going to be, that you guys are going to have a tough time with? Like, is it staying within budget going to be tough, or how do you guys feel about the rules we put forth?
I like it.
I think the rules are great. Everything looks good. Timeline's a little bit scary, but
yeah, that timeline was a little tough.
Honestly, the timeline's the only thing that I'm worried about is just, hey, what was I thinking?
You know, man,
we'll make it happen.
And listen, every time Mark and I, because we become kind of famous.
27-day builds.
Yeah.
I think we've done 3 of them.
We've come kind of famous. 27 days for bikes that end up in the Michael Lichter gallery. So, like, and every effing time we do one of them, we say, we're never doing that again. We're never doing it again. And you know what? When we go back and look through the pictures today, those are always the ones that it's like, dude, that was the best shit that we ever did.
And I will tell you this from experience, guys. There is never enough time. It doesn't matter. You can have 6 months. You can have a year. There is never enough time, because there will always be something that you'd like to tweak or do differently, or, you know, you'll get it across the finish line and then you'll go back, okay, now I need to change those couple pieces of hardware, or, things like that. So
that's my problem is I'll see something and I got to change it. If it my mind just keeps moving, and it's just like that constantly with everything with me.
My problem is that I travel because I'm traveling for work. I'm actually right now sitting in an Airbnb. I'll be here for the next 3 days.
Oh, jeepers.
And then, Sturgis is going to be, gone more than 2 weeks. So, I mean,
ooh, yeah, buddy.
It's going to be real tight.
Shit.
Hey, let me ask you a question. I'm looking through pictures here, and this is all in a folder that says Mike?
Yeah, that's Mike's.
This is Mike's build?
He's learning to pinstripe. He said when he sent the pictures
This is
over.
Mike's first motorcycle? Kiss my ass.
Impressive.
Are you kidding me right now, dude?
Impressive.
It is. Oh, good for you, dude.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I can't believe he's in pain already.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I did buy the bike like 3 weeks or 4 weeks before I saw the post, and then it was pretty much just disassembled with a couple parts ordered when I applied. So I feel like I started just a smidge before everybody else.
Everybody has such a sad look on their face right now.
If there's no name on that folder, that's
I literally got my donor bike a week ago Saturday, and I was
Jesus.
out of town for 3 days for work.
Yeah, that sounds like my story. Okay, whose project is this?
That's mine.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
So that's one that
you're not
started
in
off
bad
as a
shape
drag
there.
bike. Yep.
That's his donor bike.
Yep. Yeah,
Dude,
so
that's funny from one to the
tagged
other.
you guys. I said, "Is there a prize for craziest donor bike?"
Yeah. There's a lot going on back there, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Anybody want to buy a whole dark side back end? I can hook you up.
Real quick, Mike, before I forget, Carmine DeRosa, he is one of your one of the garage
Neighbors.
builders. He says that he's not far from you, so if you need anything, just hit him up. He's also in the build off with you.
Yeah, we got in contact through Instagram.
Oh, right on.
Surprising-
Awesome.
Or coincidentally enough, yeah, he's just a car ride away, probably no more than a few miles.
Nice.
Hutch and
You
the
know, I
hubless
think that's
wheel.
probably one of the coolest things about this whole setup right here is that, you guys all get in contact with each other. You guys start bouncing ideas off each other, helping each other, creates that rotation of that culture, the friendships from
Absolutely.
places you normally wouldn't meet people. I think that's probably the coolest thing, how in the long run, how much you guys are going to end up helping each other out. If this is like any other history build style thing, that's normally what comes out of this. That's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I got benders. I got all kind of tools. If you guys need anything cut or anything, I can cut it for you and ship it to you. Just feel free to send me a message, text me. I help you guys any way I can.
Nice. That's awesome.
Hey, and that goes for all of us too, man. If you guys get stuck on anything, feel free to reach out. I mean, Monkey's busting my balls here in the comments about the tools that I have, but I do have some cool tools, and I'm willing to help out too. I mean, the whole point of this is to inspire people and to get involved with that. So if there's something that we can do here, if something Mark can help out with, or we can turn you on to people, we know people all across the country. So don't feel like you got to think twice about reaching out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who's up next?
Let's see. Whose project is this?
It's mine.
Who said that?
It's Johnny.
Okay.
Johnny.
Oh, so good.
Damn, Johnny, that seat looks familiar.
That look.
Yep.
Who does that?
That's a lowbrow seat.
Oh.
Yeah, I had ambitions for this build. That's funny. This iron head I have, Drew Scott was his stepdad. Him and I have probably sold this thing back and forth 3 times each. And finally, I bought it back. I said, "Screw it! I'm gonna finally cut it up." He had it bobbed out at one point, and finally decided I'm gonna cut it up and divorce it. Bill just divorced one not too long ago, this last year or two, and So I've been kind of leaning on him for his knowledge, and then Woody over there at Shortsters has been amazing.
Yeah, Woody is the best, right?
He's amazing. Got his hardtail, his mount kit. He's gave me his numbers, giving me all the help I can get.
Hey, Mark.
I've never really dug into a motor before. I've been kind of in the fabrication part of it. So this is all kind of new to me. I had a whole lot of ambition for this build until I got into this build off. So a lot of that stuff's kind of got to go out the window, and we got to get it done.
Well, listen, I got to tell you one thing for sure. Anybody that's an actual aficionado for iron heads, please reach out to this cat. There's a couple things that I know, because we have an old guy that does all of our iron head shit. There's a couple things in the gear case, like in the cases, that need to be addressed to make sure that you'll have, a good experience with an old iron head. So make sure for those couple things you get a hold of somebody that really knows those things inside and out.
Dude, every time somebody brings up iron heads and doing stuff, I think of Scott Conway.
Yeah, no shit, huh?
Dude, he was a master with those things. I mean, he doesn't mess with them much anymore, but God, I don't know how he kept some of that shit he had running.
Mark, I gotta zoom out for one of these pictures. You need to see this, and then do you recognize that? See there in the middle, lower middle.
Oh yeah.
No shit, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, that's funny.
There's one picture where it's just like a tray of miscellaneous motor parts. And I'm not going to lie, I was like, oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, boy,
That's the same reaction I had. Oh, shit, here we go.
That's what did I do?
Yeah.
We'll get it done. We'll get it done.
Learn real quick what that is.
That's awesome.
Shit'll buff out.
It'll buff out.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
She'll buff out.
And remember, they always put a few extra screws in there, so don't worry about it.
That's what I always say.
Oh, there's extra parts? Oh, that's okay.
Precaution. There's just a little precaution there. They throw a couple extra bolts in every now and again. You'll be good.
Okay, so let's move on to this one.
That one's me.
Okay, what are you starting out with here?
That is a 78 lowrider shovelhead. It is a shovelhead. I believe it's a lowrider. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you.
That's already a hell of a motorcycle right there, buddy.
Yeah, right?
It's not. Pictures are are way better than they actually are in real life.
No. Listen, I get it. I buy shit off of Marketplace too. I've been hurt. I've been hurt.
That's my problem. Is, every time I get on Marketplace, I'm just, hey, take $500 for that. Hey, take $600 for that. And then, here I am driving 7 hours away to pick up something that I don't really need.
Yeah. Right.
Been there, done that.
I got a garage full of that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
and he defends it like he's guarding Hobbit gold.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he was talking about divorcing a Sportster, an Ironhead motor. I thought, dude, we did that 7 years ago. It's still sitting in the same spot. Right after we cut the motor and tranny, still sitting in the same spot.
It's probably we call that a bad divorce.
Overspray on it.
That's a bad divorce.
Yeah.
I have a little XS 650 that I was building with my daughter that we took apart, and it's still apart 3 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know. We don't have any donor bikes sitting. We have 2 donor bikes sitting, right? 2? An Ironhead?
Yeah, an Ironhead and a FXR.
FXR.
Yep.
Oh, and those 2 little Yamahas.
Yeah. Don't talk
no
about
Hondas.
those.
Sorry, they're Hondas.
Don't talk about those where Bill Stevens can hear you.
What?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
they're Hondas.
They're
You'll get yelled at.
Those are hen's teeth Hondas, though. Those are cool as hell.
Dude,
what is that?
Those are nice ones.
Yeah.
People look for those.
So yeah, we have a matching set of 1975 CB200s.
Yep. Yeah, buddy.
That hopefully we're going to put together for the kids.
Becky Zarling, you all been warned about talking to Carl on Marketplace about that bike that he ran when he parked it 6 years
just
ago.
for the record, Women, if we are married to men like you, we're not worried about you talking to other women. We are worried about you talking to Carl on Marketplace. That's what we're actually worried about.
That's what my wife says every time I get on the internet.
Yep. Yeah. No, not worried about you talking to other women at all, ever. It's the Marketplace people. Hey, baby,
great.
look what I found. No. Ran one parked 50 years ago.
Just don't ask anymore. Outsmart the system.
So listen, recently, who is it? Salty Badger
Yes.
is putting forth the idea of starting a pretty substantial ride for all you guys. Now we're not making this part of the official thing, so
Nope.
that doesn't put any extra stress on it.
We don't
but
even know the details. He's going to be reaching out to you, but he's talking about some sort of ride for you guys.
I saw
It's
his
not
Instagram
official.
post.
What do you think about it?
I can't do it. I'm bringing my rig and camp, and I've already paid for my spot. That's where I'm staying.
That's where
So,
I'm saying. Right on.
Well, there's a few of us. There's a small contingent for any of the longtime SmokeOut faithful. There's a few of us that would like to see the old Stampede come back.
Oh yeah.
And that, yeah, I want the Stampede to come back. I do.
Jeez.
Those
Dude,
are-
I'll tell you, in history of SmokeOut, that was probably one of the coolest things about the SmokeOut for us. SmokeOut was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. We got in a shit ton of trouble, but the epic rides there and back, God, couldn't even. Again, like not saying that you're building something. I mean, we built 10, 12 bikes, and still found a way to, group of people taking turns driving the truck.
If we had Peffer with us, there was a good chance we were going to build and rebuild a bike on the way to SmokeOut.
Hell, I put a camshaft in his panel truck in Sheets parking lot. No shit. Me and Rob Keller put a camshaft on the way to the SmokeOut in his pickup truck. We pulled in the parking lot to leave, and he was sitting there, and he had the whole motor torn apart on the grass and had no clue how to put it together.
Oh,
we
my
sat
God.
there for like 5 hours and reassembled that motor, and he made it. He got to the SmokeOut.
So, all right, so you guys have just barely over 90 days until
you got all
Shakedown
the time in
Night.
the world.
Just barely over 90. I think you have like
Don't you love when she does shit
93
like
days.
that? I just want you guys to remember I'm married to this woman. That kind of shit happens every day in our house.
Wait a minute. All they have to do is put together a motorcycle. We have to put on a whole rally. I'm just saying.
Well,
Yeah, you guys got a harder job than us, to be honest.
They got this in the bag. I'm so excited.
No, listen, we're super stoked that you guys signed up to do this, because it's a big deal for us. Like, I hope you understand how important we think this is, this kind of celebration of the culture, and giving a place for garage life to get a little bit of shine. And I really appreciate you guys signing on to help us do it.
I have one more quick question for everybody.
Okay.
I want to know what each of them think the biggest challenge is going to be, other than the time frame.
Okay, start with Phil.
You talking about like in our personal builds, or
Yeah, in your personal build, what do you think your biggest hurdle is going to be?
getting things chromed?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
one.
Yeah.
Anybody know a good chromer?
Yep.
There's a guy in Tennessee that I use. I'll text you his information. But like I said, he's bad. He's a couple weeks out once he gets parts, and that's my biggest problem right now. Is everything else I feel like I can handle pretty timely. It's just when having to rely on other people to help move the progress along is the really hurdle that I'm having a hard time with.
So our guy is Dubois,
J&D
polishing and plating, and
Yep.
and that is the hookup. Like,
Yep.
especially when you're in a project like this, if you tell them, hey, look, we're doing this thing for Cycle Source and SmokeOut, we're part of this special build, they'll definitely help you out. Like,
I've already talked to the boys, and they're the ones that I was referring to.
Yeah, Gary is a savior, man. Like,
Yeah,
Gary is very good at what he does.
Yep.
He is, and he's awesome. And I could almost guarantee you, if you tell him what it's for, he might give you guys help you out a little bit, at least with time frame.
Yep. All right, Johnny. What do you think is going to be the hardest part for you?
He took the words out of my mouth.
Chrome.
Yeah. That's
Chrome was it. So I'm trying to do as much stainless as I can. to kind of get away from that. But chrome and then a little bit of paint.
All right.
I've never painted before, so I'm gonna try it.
That's
otherwise,
awesome.
Eric Malak, he's from Muskegon here too with me. He's painting one of my bikes. So he's a good shoulder to lean on here for paint.
Budget.
Eric's a badass dude, though.
But yeah, you get to the budget, you kind of. I guess I'm painting.
Hey, Zach
Conway
is
we
here.
were just talking about your dad.
Oh, no shit.
Yep.
He said Bill's Chrome in Jeanette, PA.
Yeah.
See, and I said Scott's name and Zach popped on.
That's
Look at that.
great, Zach. It's so good to see you here.
Bill's Chrome, there was for a lot of years Bill's was a solid answer, and then for a little bit it got super hard to get any kind of timeline stuff done with them. Is it different now? So yeah, a couple people have already signed up. Lowbrow is helping out with the garage build stuff and giving you guys some stuff. I know Dennis Kirk usually always throws some stuff in, but if you guys are out there, anybody listening and wants to participate in this and help out the garage builders with any stuff, we're looking for sponsors to keep adding to this so that by the end we have a nice box of prizes to give away and stuff. Make sure you hit Heather up.
Yep, absolutely. Let's hit Mike and Hutch for their challenges.
So who you want to go to? You want to go to Mike?
Either or. I just don't want to forget him.
All right, Mike.
I'd say my biggest challenge is right what Johnny said. It's gonna be my first paint job, so I'm painting the bike first time. Alone, rattle canning it. Never done that before. I'm doing it in a friend's basement. Who, thankfully, now it's like an unfinished basement attached to a garage, so I have some space to do that at. That seems like a challenge, and I picked up a 70s Springer that looks really cool, but no measurement lines up with a Harley big twin frame, so it seems like it might need some machine work in the triple trees and whatnot to make it fit. I'm going to try my best to make it fit. That seems pretty challenging now.
That is one right there for Bill Stevens. You hear us talking about Bill Stevens on this. Bill will be able to help you out with some of that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's move on to Hutch.
Hey. So for me, two things. Welding, which I've never done before.
Oh, hell.
I'm learning how to do here in the next few weeks.
Nice.
That's awesome. Good for you.
So I don't think that'll be as much of a challenge for me as wiring is going to be, because I'm rewiring this whole bike. And you can ask Bill Stevens from phone calls I've had with him how good I am with wiring. It's pretty pathetic.
Dude, I despise wiring.
You might as well be speaking Chinese to me when you start telling me about that shit. I don't understand it at all.
And I can do it, but it just pisses me off so bad because you have to take your time, and it's just tedious.
And it's funny,
bullshit.
even on the chopper, there's 6 wires. Nope, he doesn't want to do it.
Nope.
I understand. I hate it. I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it pisses me
and I
off.
want it to look nice and everything, and I want it to be right. And I know it's just going to piss me off.
So
yeah.
Bill Stevens is on the chat going, what can I do?
Somebody needs advice on their Springer, so we may pass along your number, Bill, if he needs it.
He needs help machining.
No, he's my contact.
I got his number.
Steve Broyles, also Poppy
Yeah.
Stevenson Cycle. He is a plethora of knowledge and is one of the best teachers. He's patient and he's kind. Stevenson Cycles up in Wayne, Michigan. I know Poppy will help you guys out if you need any advice along the way, because that's
crazy.
just what he does.
Which is crazy.
Michigan boys are built different.
Jason Holman somewhere right now is pulling the hair out of his head by the roots, hearing you talk about Poppy that way. And me too, because listen, I know Steve today. Steve today is one of the best human beings on the planet. He's exactly what you said. He's so giving. He's so patient. He's such a good teacher. But the Steve we knew when we were young, holy shit.
Poppy's awesome.
But it was a fist fight. You had to fist fight to get
Poppy?
it. Oh yeah, to get it, to be able to stand at his counter. you better be able to take
Dude.
a world-class ball busting.
Poppy?
Oh, yes.
I
Oh,
always
yes.
said, how many times have I said that there's a lot of people, dude, we've been in and out of this a long time, and we've been in rooms with people that we thought would never rub elbows with, and Poppy was one of the very few people that kept me in a corner quiet because he concerned me. And finally, when you got to that point where you got to know him, you're like, man, I don't understand why I ever felt that way. He is seriously one of my favorite people on the planet. I love him
you got
to death.
You got to think about
Dude,
it though.
he's
Like
nuts.
this is a cat who had a bike shop like through the early days,
Earliest.
the heydays in Detroit, dude. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be a man's man to be able to run that program.
Oh my goodness.
No shit. Oh.
Well, I love it. I'm so excited for all you guys because if nothing else, hopefully the relationships that you build and the memories you take away from this experience will be 1,000,000% worth it. And I know it seems easy for me to say this because I'm not building a bike for this in 90 days, but just making it is the win. Like just making it there is the win.
Yeah, we're excited, man. We're excited for all you guys. We'll be following along. We can't wait to see what you're coming up with, man. And hopefully we get to get them all shot while we're down there and get them on the show here and some in the magazine and stuff.
Yeah, it's super cool. Like one piece of advice to you guys, especially painting, ventilation. So the one dude, Mike, said he was going to be painting in somebody's basement. Ventilation. That's key.
Steve Broyles actually said, "Watch the furnace pilot light when you're painting in the basement."
Yeah, right. And the other thing is, dude, don't take this too seriously. You know what I mean? Like Heather said, live for this experience, enjoy the memories. I mean, it's not
fun.
rocket science.
Yep.
You need help.
Yeah.
Reach out. Your phone's your best friend.
I work construction with my father, so honestly, nobody could hurt my feelings. I'll be all right.
My son works for me. He knows that.
Yeah, that's no shit right there.
So good.
All right, guys. Well, listen. Again, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for being part of Garage Build, and we'll see you in Salisbury.
Good luck. Good luck.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Good night, guys.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Hey, everybody else here, you're watching Shop Talk here on the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio Network. You're even watching Heather.
Oh, is
right
it time?
now.
Is it time?
It is time. It's time for Events with Heather.
Oh, Events with Heather.
Shop Talk is brought to you by Cyclefish. Cyclefish, the most complete list of motorcycle events in the U.S.
First up, next weekend, the River City Bike Expo in Owensboro, Kentucky. 3 days, a cool $20 gets you in the door. Tattoo show, pub crawl, audio competition, bike shows. It sounds like they have everything. Some killer vendors are lined up. You should go check it out. River City Bike Expo on Facebook.
But where are we going to be next weekend?
Next weekend, we are going to be, you and I are going to be at the Dennis Kirk Garage Build Bike Show at the Running Aces Casino, June 7th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We hope to see you there. Chris and I will be on site all day. Last year, for their inaugural year, I think they had 150 bikes register, and it was such a great display of eclectic motorcycles. Hopefully we see the same thing this year.
Why they call it Running Aces?
I don't know. It's a casino?
I'm just saying.
You must have a punchline.
No, just the only time I ever seen a dude running with aces, he was cheating at cards.
Well, that's a whole nother story. It's another show.
Wah, wah, that joke.
Oh, look, the Laconia motorcycle
Stop.
logo.
So the weekend after the Dennis Kirk Garage Build Bike Show starts Laconia Motorcycle Week, 102 years.
And they've never
we're
given
gonna
up
be
on
there.
that logo. 102 years, they've never given up on that logo.
So we're going to be there. There's a bunch of great stuff.
With it.
That's loyalty.
There's a bunch
eventually it's going to work.
There's a bunch of great stuff going on. On Tuesday, it's the Tower Hill Climb. Wednesday is Gunstock Hill Climb. And on Thursday this year, for the first time, our buddies over at Chop Ahead are throwing the Custom Social at a new venue for Laconia Bike Week at Madame Bardello's from noon to 6 on Thursday, June 19th.
We'll be there.
We will be
absolutely
there.
be there. Big Truth and the boys, get ready. We're coming to town.
The weekend after that,
Born Free
Motorcycle Show in Silverado, California, June 21st and 22nd. Chris and I are going to be there too.
Jesus.
It's a hella busy month. Holy crap.
Criminy.
After that is Moto Blot.
We will not be at Moto
We
Blot.
will not be at Moto Blot. Moto and Music Festival in Chicago, Illinois, June 27th and 29th. Motoblot.com. It's a good time. We've been there. Highly recommend.
I just realized we were rhyming there. We will not be at Moto Blot.
We will not be at Motoblot. Hollister Independence Rally, July 4th and July 5th in Hollister, California. You can get more information by checking out Hollister Independence Rally.
No.
Sufu Motor Fest.
Sufu.
That is in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, courtesy of J&L Harley Davidson, July 12th through 14th. Motorcycles, National Fleet, bike shows, music, and vendors. This year is also J&L Harley Davidson's 50th anniversary.
Yeah, how about that?
Right?
Yeah, cool.
All right, Harley Homecoming, July 10th through 13th, featuring Chris Stapleton and Hank Williams Jr. So
good music.
So I got to tell you something. We got to stop just for a second
Okay.
there, because I had a flash go off in my head about imagine if life really played out like you think about shit in your head sometimes. And during the backstage of this whole event, Hank Williams Jr. went back to old Hank, got piss ignorant whiskey drunk, and whooped Chris Stapleton's ass.
Oh boy.
What is wrong with you?
That's country, or you can kiss my ass.
What
That's
is
all I'm
wrong
saying.
with
That's right.
you?
That's right. That's all I got to say.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
There, I did
goodness
some of
gracious.
that at the end of it, just so you know.
Whatever. Anyway, moving on. Jeepers.
Wow.
That's a
How'd you do that?
Monday, August 4th, Sturgis at the Sturgis 85th anniversary. Full Throttle Saloon's Old School Chopper Show, courtesy of our very own Poppy Broyles. And it's free. But it's on Monday at Full Throttle Saloon. It's a killer bike show. Highly recommend. Also,
You know, one of my favorite things about that show is whenever people say when they're leaving, how am I going to get all these prizes out of here? I rode my bike.
Right?
I've heard that said more at that show than any other show I've ever been to.
That's no shit.
Yep.
All right. Also, is Sturgis Sunday, August 3rd, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., our 19th annual
Dear God.
Cycle Source Custom Bike Show. Best of Show gets a rolling chassis courtesy of Paco and a whole bunch of other bitchin' stuff. So we hope to see you there. We have 30 classes. 30 classes in Sturgis.
Jeez. That's a lot of classes.
All right. Also on Monday, August 4th, AMCA's Vintage Motorcycle Day at the Iron Horse Saloon. Preferential parking and treatment for all card-carrying members of the AMCA. What? They get a sack lunch and old school bike games.
She said sack.
What are you,
She did.
5?
I feel like I should be doing like a little ventriloquist thing here.
Sorry.
I was trying to find a way to like actually make that work, and it didn't work.
Yeah. Next. Jeepers. Deadbeat Retreat 2025, Blackthorn Resort, New York, August 22nd through 24th. You can get more information at deadbeatcustoms.com.
Virginia City Roundup.
There you go, August 22nd
What?
through 23rd, 2025, courtesy of Harley Davidson and Choppers Magazine. And you can check out Choppers Magazine for more information there.
That's as far as we're going with the events tonight. The end of August is
SmokeOut, September 4th through 7th. Jeepers, creepers.
Jesus.
That's too many. It's too many.
Hey, I did my job, damn it.
All right. Yeah, sorry. I mean, end of the show. We're,
XAN Biker is here. Thank you for making it better late than never.
Sometimes we do have fun at this show. And
Sometimes.
We forget
And
to
today
change
we're
the
just
buttons.
like tired and I think, what do they call it? Punch drunk?
I am not drunk.
Why did I turn the wrong way? I don't know. I went to look at you and I was looking out the door. SmokeOut is the best. I love you. I love you.
So, Deanna, in case we don't talk, I hope you have an incredibly successful event next week. And I'm so sorry we cannot be there. Next year, I promise. 2026, we'll be there, I promise.
Tiger Ward, I asked for prayers for my wife, Barbara, a few weeks ago. She needs everyone's prayers again. She's in ICU fighting for her life this time around. Tiger, we're with you, buddy. Please, everybody, if we could take, not just for Tiger and his wife, our boy Ricky, and his son Brandon is on here, if we could just take a moment and let's have a moment of silence while we hope the best for both of these families and the recovery of loved ones that we're thinking about. All right, thank you guys. Listen, here's for all of you guys. We hope everybody stays safe this week. Make sure, you've heard us talking about Ricky these last couple weeks, man. Make sure you take the time to tell the people that you love them. Take that extra time, spend that extra time, put down the goddamn telephone and get off of the bullshit and get back involved in people's lives and do it before it's too late. So
Amen.
That's my admonitions to you. Until next time, we appreciate you guys being here. We're going to put together another 90 to 120 minutes, all the bullshit we can fit. Hopefully Mark will be here and not so quiet like he was this week. Jeez.
Me? I don't even know what you're talking about.
You were all revved up tonight.
We're doing the show.
He was all wound up.
Doing the show.
Nobody in the room.
Doing the show. Are you still having the pool party chopper show at the Still Pony? We're talking about it. We're talking
It's up
about
for debate right now.
Oh boy.
If we do, it's not going to be a disco party.
What the hell's the point?
It's a pool party.
All right.
The whole
So
point
it's
of
up for
it
date.
was
We'll
to be a
see.
disco party.
All right.
Everybody
man.
remember, sharing is caring. If you dig what you're watching, hit the like button, just like Bill Stevens says. And he's smart. He knows what he's talking
He
about.
is smart.
He is smart.
He is
A real smart
kind.
feller.
And he helps people out with their chopper projects. So, all right, man, listen, until next week, we'll be back Sunday, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. And hope to find you here. Until then, we will see you same chopper time.
Same chopper channel.
Get out and ride, Felicia.
Do what he says. Do what he says. I'm telling you. It's good therapy. It makes good sense.